So we're at BCE in Austin, Texas. I'm here with Ric Brovedani from ARRIS. Ric, good to see you.
Good morning.
So you're at the heart of the cable and video sector. What kind of video consumption trends are you seeing at the moment?
Well, I think it's interesting to note that a lot of people are concerned about a lot of the cord cutting and cord shaving that they hear about in terms of the traditional mainline video services.
Okay.
But I think if you look at the trends, there's more video consumption going on. It's just becoming more fragmented in terms of people looking at over-the-top services, the traditional linear services from cable operators and telcos and satellite providers, and it's mixing it all together, and then also the multiple devices. So I think overall video consumption is increasing. It's just that for individual players, it's all shifting around in terms of which sources those consumers are going to.
So what kind of challenges do these trends pose for service providers?
Well, as I mentioned before, I think the biggest challenge is a lot of the traditional service providers had the traditional TV service, cable operators, telcos, satellite providers. So they were used to an audience size and a consumption model that was well understood and well defined.
Okay.
What they're seeing now is that people are either reducing the size of their packages, getting it to maybe strictly for the sports services or particular shows or particular content, and then supplementing that with other services such as over the top, etc. So it changes their strategy of how do they become relevant to the new consumer? How do they stay being the brand that recognizes that they're the center of a content universe, being sort of almost the facilitator, so to speak, in terms of enabling and access to that content.
Okay. So what can ARRIS do to help the service providers meet these challenges?
So I head up the IP video services practice within ARRIS. So we've been working to define a lot of the IP video reference architecture, taking a look at where the new trends are going in terms of that type of solution. Okay. Identifying how do service providers integrate and incorporate over-the-top services? How do they deliver a new user experience that they become sort of the curator of content source? Because they still have strong brands and they still have a strong relationship to that consumer.
Yep.
And how do they strengthen that and incorporate some of these over-the-top services into that offering?
Okay. So how can service providers find out a little bit more about what you've been talking about? How can they find out more about ARRIS and its solutions?
Well, the web is obviously the first step, so arris.com/services is the easiest approach. We have a lot of our content there in terms of what we're doing in this space and how to help customers enable those next level strategies. They can contact me, obviously, is another point, but I have a pretty good team on hand. So those are the two simplest, easiest ways to get a hold of us.
Okay, excellent. Ric, all right, it's good to meet you today. Thanks very much for filling us in on what's going on.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.